Now, as part of our special Love and Intimacy Week, we've been bringing you the results of our very exclusive survey carried out by One Poll. Now, one of the questions that we asked was, have you lied to your partner about how much money you've spent?
What's that got to do with love and intimacy?
Well, it's love, you know, it's relationships. This is not the intimate bit. We're talking about relationships, OK? The whole survey.
So have you lied to your partner about money you have spent?
Never.
Quarter of people have.
Yeah. I haven't. I know lots of my friends who do and have. I haven't because, well, you've never, in all the years we've been together, ever questioned me about anything I've ever spent. And, in fact, you're the opposite. You would say to me, oh, why didn't you buy that? Yeah. So you would encourage me to spend money on myself.
My father was always a very generous man. He was always he didn't have an attitude about money, and I don't either. I don't.
No. And my dad was the same. I saw that, you know, my mum didn't spend a lot on herself, and sometimes she'd say, oh, I saw a lovely coat in town today, and my dad would say, why didn't you buy it for yourself? And he'd take her back the next day and buy it. And also, I've always worked, so I kind of go, why shouldn't I spend my money on me if I want to?
Yeah. It's not my right, you know. I think it's almost a form of, not controlling someone, but, like, when you're nervous about telling your partner what you've spent, you know, with Stacey, it's Stacey's money. Stacey, spend it.
You know,
you know.
I know that you would never. Joe would never tell me what to spend my money on and what not to spend it on. But I still would always come home and say everything's a tenner. Because I don't know why, but he'd be like, "Oh, that's nice. How much was that?" I'll be like, "tenner," and it could have been 50 quid or whatever. But
why do you do that?
But I'd hate you to think I'd hate you to
not
think
because
that's
of
me,
you.
Yeah, because I'd like you to always just, you know, it's your money. You do what you want
It's a personal issue, I think, about spending money itself. Like, I almost feel embarrassed to spend money in case we never have money.
On yourself, particularly?
Yeah, but also on anything, to be honest. But because you never know where you're going to be, or nothing's guaranteed. So I'm always worried that if I'm frivolous or, you know, just spend money that I might not have one day that I might need, then I'll regret it. So if I do ever, like, buy something, I'll always just be like...
But basically, as long as you can pay the rent, put food on the table for the family and whatever, you'd still have a hang-up, though, about spending.
Yeah, I think so. I think I just would, like... I don't know what it is. I always want it to be like, oh, what bargain. Like, I never want him to think I've just spent loads of money.
What do you like with money, Joe?
I'm no good with money. I'm notoriously bad with money. I bury my head in the sand when it comes to, like, parking fines. It's one of the things that really drives Stacey mad. And it's something I really need to work on. I said to you, I want to go, what are they called again?
The
Speakmans. Or someone like that.
Do you actually think it is probably an issue?
It's a mental thing. I just try and I shun away from it all.
But it's a lot. It's not just... For you, it's, I think, probably... growing up, you know, without your dad from a young age, I think there's a lot to do with responsibilities and putting your head in the sand, rather not just money. It's like,
so you think if you don't talk about it, it'll sort of
it'll go away.
Yeah, and I'm quite
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. I get quite uncomfortable talking about it. And I'm like Stacey, I don't really like spending money on myself. Yeah. I'm more my friends and family.
But I honestly think all our kids, and we all would have benefited at school to have learned financial discipline and control and things that you should know about, you know, the things you should have known about pensions and savings.
APR, all of that stuff.
All of that.
I went into EastEnders.
Mortgages.
Without my dad weren't alive, I went into EastEnders. My mum's not very savvy when it comes to finance, and I didn't have a clue about paying taxes and putting things away. And learning about religion is really important, but alongside that, you should learn about finances.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a very good point, actually.
Very good point.
You need to learn it at school. Let's know what you think about that.